Okay, guys, let's talk messaging. It is the number one thing that we do for our business. Having new conversations every single day is so, so important. We want to constantly be growing our hundreds list and filling our funnel of potential customers and distributors. So, as you dive into messaging, there is a flow to the way that we have conversations. First thing that we do is we send an initial reach out message that normally has a little bit of product information and ask a few questions. For example, if somebody likes or comments on a skincare post, we're going to say, hey, thank you so much for the comment or the love on my post about the skincare, exfoliating peel, lip and eye, whatever. I would love to send you more information. Can you tell me a little bit about your skin? Is it dry or oily? Do you have any specific problem areas that you're trying to address? That opens up a conversation with them. One thing to remember, sorry, that was an awkward pause. One thing to remember when we're having conversations with people is we are here to provide a solution to their problem, whether it be their weight loss or their skincare or helping them be healthier and boosting their immune system, helping them grow longer, stronger hair, skin, and nails, helping them with their financial situation. We are here to solve their problem. So the only way to understand how to best solve their problem for them is to ask questions. So you're always going to thank them for the like or the comment on your post or whoever's post they commented on, if it's a host to post. And then you're going to say, here's a little bit of product information, or here's, and give them just the bare minimum. You're not going to dump ingredients list or anything like that. You're going to say, here's a little bit of information and ask a couple questions. Your messages should always end with a question. And that goes across the board. As you move through the conversation, you should always end every, do your best to always end every message with a question. The reason that we do that is it keeps the conversation flowing. If I were to say, hey, Sally, thank you so much for the comment on my lip and eye. I absolutely love this product. It's one of my go-tos. It helps with my mom bags under my eyes. It also helps with the fine lines around my lips and to help them feel more full. Period. I didn't end with a question. Sally's like, okay, great. You're welcome. I don't know. But if I say, is this something that you're interested in trying? Or can I send you a little bit more information? Or how does that sound to you? Is that what you're looking for? Then it elicits a response from her and it keeps that ping pong back and forth. So as I give a little bit of information, I'm going to say, does that make sense to you? Do you understand that? Okay, good. Do you have any questions? Does that sound like what you're looking for? Okay, can you give me a little bit of clarity on this? It is so important to keep that back and forth. It creates the conversation. And what else it does is it helps you be in the driver's seat. Something that's super important and that you'll come across a lot is people tend to go straight to what is the price before they even know what the solution is. And so I always say, hey, I'm happy to go over pricing with you, but I want to make sure that I pair you with the best products. Can we do that first? Question. Yes, of course, because of course they want to be paired with the best product. So then that allows you to take back control of the conversation. So we're going to talk products first, and then we will talk pricing. So that is the flow of the conversation. You're going to go into the conversation and you're going to thank them. You are going to send them a little bit of product information based on whatever the post was, ask a couple questions, make your recommendation based on what you have learned about them. And then once they agree that that sounds like what they're looking for, then you can go into pricing. And again, as you send the pricing, you're still going to say, does that work for you? Something that I do if I'm sending a package, I always use the same pricing template, and I'd be happy to share that with you. But as I walk through the pricing at the very end, my last question is, how does that sound to you? That gives them a chance to say, yes, that works for me. No, it doesn't. I love it, whatever. But something that I do a little different if I am recommending like 4, 5, 6 products, or if they want a whole bunch of different things, I say, does that work for you, or do we need to work within a different budget? Because a lot of times people shut down if if it's out of their budget. They're like, oh, well, she recommended 7 products and I can't afford that. Done. And they quit responding. So if I'm ever making a bigger product package recommendation, I always put that in there. Hey, how does this sound to you? If it doesn't work, don't worry. We can break it down and work within a different budget. What do you think? So to always take control of the situation when you're in a conversation, that's so important for you to remember that you are the expert. You are the product expert. Even if you are relying on your upline or the newbie chat or me as your knowledge source, you are the expert. They are looking to you to help solve their problem. So ask the questions, go through the normal flow of the conversation, always in your whatever message that you're sending, always end it in a question so that it keeps the conversation going. And don't be afraid to ask financial questions when it comes to the pricing. Something else that's really important that I want to mention that I struggled with a lot as a new distributor, and that I've seen a lot of new distributors struggle with, they get so excited about the products and they want to share all the information. So 2 tips: don't answer a question that was not asked. If somebody says, yeah, that sounds great, don't go, oh my gosh, it is so great. The active ingredients are XYZ, and I love this and I love that, and all of these things, personal opinion and word vomit, right? It's just excited, and we're going to tell you all about the lip and eye, or all about the wraps, and we're going to tell you all the things, and my sister used it, and word vomit. It's excited word vomit, but don't answer a question that wasn't asked. One of the hardest things to do is to wait. Okay, you're going to end each message with a question, and that is your cue to be quiet. We ask questions so that we can learn about their situation and make the best product recommendations for them. One of the hardest things to do is to not let that excitement like pounce on them. We've got to pump the brakes and just slow our roll, let them think about it, let them answer the questions, then we can have a normal dialogue with them. So don't word vomit, don't answer questions that they haven't asked. Most people are not green personality types. You'll learn, if you don't know what a green personality types, they like all the information, they like all the facts, they need to know all the things before they buy the products. Most people are not. It's like 12% of the population is green. Everybody else could give a hoot less about ingredients. So if you find yourself like spewing ingredients at people, don't do that. If they didn't ask for it, don't give it to them. Let me see what my notes say. Always end with a question, follow the flow of your message. Don't word vomit or answer a question that they didn't ask. And the last thing that I ask you to do when it comes to messaging is you are learning. You are learning the flow of these conversations. You're learning about our 40 plus products. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to learn how to pair them up. It's going to take some time to navigate through conversations. Utilize your upline. Send screenshots, have the conversations, work through the no's, all of that fun stuff, because conversations is where it's at, and you have to do them every single day. So it's something that it's one of the skills that you will develop the most quickly because you do it most frequently, or should be doing it most frequently. So there's just a few tips and tricks that I wanted to share, because messaging is really important, and you don't want to do yourself any disservices. That being said, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person or the wrong thing to the right person. So get out there, have your conversations, use your excitement, and let's go talk to new people. Let's go prospect, and let's go work.